Hi there, Madeline at JetsDev. Today let's install on a Unix machine, preferable Linux, but should work on macOS and Windows Subsystem Linux as well. Let's quickly install Ansible. I'm going to do it using Python's pip to install third-party modules, to install the latest full Ansible that would allow me to write Ansible playbooks that I can immediately access, like community roles and modules and many other stuff, without downloading them manually. Alternatively, you can play with Ansible core if you want to be really minimalist and use alternative versions of the community and built-in modules, but I prefer to stick to simplicity. So, if you're on a Debian or Ubuntu, as much recent possible, Debian 11 currently for Ansible 7, Ubuntu 22, I think Ubuntu 20 has Python 3.8, and that will install an older Ansible version for you. So on recent Fedora and the latest Red Hat, CentOS, Rocky, Alma Linux version 9, you should have Python 9. If you don't have Python 9, then just install with sudo apt install Python 3.9. Sorry, right now I am on Debian 12 and I have access either to Python 3.10 or 3.11. So Python 3.11, it's already installed for me, and the other thing that you need is Python pip. Yes, this one, Python 3 pip. I never looked into what it would be with full. What would it install? It would install a bunch of extra stuff that I'm probably never going to use. Okay, so you have Python 3, you have Python pip. This means that now you can install modules, and there is a thing. Don't ever use sudo to install Python modules. Do not ever use sudo to install Python modules, because that will make Python go and install globally where Python it is installed, and this means that it's going to break something in your operating system. Python pip has a nice way for years to install for the current user. So this means that you can install extra Python modules in your user without affecting the operating system. And this is something very similar to what in macOS Homebrew does, installs a lot of applications in separate from the operating system in USR local bin. On the other side, if you have compiled yourself Python and it is located in USR local bin, then go ahead and install globally. And that's nice, that's good. But if you have Python installed from your Linux distribution, or if you are on macOS and you have Python at least 3.9 already installed, and I think it's coming pre-installed on Mac, don't ever use sudo. If you see a video or an article telling you to use sudo to install something with pip, close the article, close the video, go watch something else, do something else. It's teaching you something that at some point you're going to regret. Okay, now to install Ansible, what I need to do is run pip 3, because we need to run around pip Python 3. Install U, minus capital U, meaning as in my user, don't affect the system, in my user, Ansible. And look, it's getting me Ansible, the latest Ansible, and I can work with it. You can specify actually the version. Maybe you need to work out a specific project with a specific version of Ansible. That's another talk. And for that purpose, I would prepare a separate VM, a virtual env for Python, that I'm not polluting even my user. But I'm working with the latest, and that's fine for now. So I've got Ansible, which means that if I'm going to ask where is Ansible, it is in my .local.bin Ansible. So this, you see, it didn't polluted my system. The .local, it is an equivalent for the global local file system, but it is for my user. So this means that a lot of tools will know that for the user I'm going to use the alternative local, and it's not going to pollute. Now, there are some tools which make a difference in the full operating system between the normal /USR and the USR local, but make sure that you really know that it's going to do something the right way. Now, as we've got Ansible, we can work with Ansible now, but my preferred way is to use a normal code editor, and in my case it's Visual Studio Code. Sublime might work as well, because I know that there is a plugin for it with Ansible, and it needs something extra. So in Visual Studio Code, I'm going to show something that makes life easy. In the extensions, go and search for Ansible and install Ansible by Red Hat. They are the ones that maintain the official extension. They are the ones that maintain Ansible. And if you're going to have patience and read, which will help you to understand more how this extension helps you, you're going to discover that it wants also Ansible lint. If you don't want Ansible lint, then you need to specify somehow somewhere in the extension settings. Okay, probably here, but I want lint, because linting means that it's going to help you out and show you why something is not good, and sometimes it will give you a hint on how to fix it, and it helps. Okay, so we need Ansible hint as well. So let's redo our installation by appending lint as well. So this will install additionally Ansible lint. So now my Visual Studio Code will also have Ansible lint, and I can now start creating awesome recipes to provision and ensure state in cloud servers out there and create awesome stuff. Thank you.